We got Kyle from PrestoDoctor. He is the CEO and owner of the company to come in and talk to us about what he does, how they got started. So we're going to go ahead and get into that right now. And everybody out there, pack up your pipes of medication and get ready to smoke with us. Let's do it.
The Natural Habitat Podcast. The Natural Habitat Podcast. The Natural Habitat Podcast.
Hello, everybody. I am your humble host, Mikey Booyah.
What up, dudes and dudettes?
Sorry. Say it
my
again.
name's Surfer Bro.
And we're here at the Natural Habitat Broadcast, brah.
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 Broadcast. Yeah, I like that. Score.
Natural
Shock
Habitat Broadcast. Brah.
Shock nar.
Shock nar.
Yeah.
If you haven't turned off this episode yet,
We're getting tubular.
we are. And this is just a real bodacious episode, man, because
Totally radical.
let me tell you about this trip that we're going to go on, all right? First, you need to
Order
tune
pizza.
in, and then you need to tune out, and then drop off. Or how does it go? Turn on. First, you turn on, tune in, and then you drop out.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm the baby, gotta love me. That's an old thing, right? What are we doing here?
It's the 80s, man. We're reliving it
Mm-hmm. That's right.
every day.
So, welcome to the show, everybody. We have something special lined up today, and before we get into it, we decided that we would, continue smoking. We've been smoking today. It's been a busy day. We've been doing a lot of things, and
Big things coming on the podcast front.
big things.
As per usual.
Our website, which might even be up already
Yeah.
by the time this airs. You never know. It should be naturalhabitatpodcast.com. But you never know.
It could be .dab.
It could be .dab. Joey really wants it to be .dab, really bad.
So bad.
But I think that people, if we do that, people are they're gonna like misunderstand us, and they're gonna type in .dad. You know what I mean? Like naturalhabitatpodcast.dad, DAD, and get to the wrong place.
Eldad.
Eldad. And that's just because of the time we live in. A lot of people, they're looking for their fathers, man. And I don't want to not have that closure for them at our website.
Yeah.
So
Well, we got other things that you're looking for. We might not have your father, but we have other things.
we might even have your father, depending on how old you are. You might be young and some sort of an illegitimate child.
90s. Yeah.
You might be Jerry's kid.
Might be my kid.
My kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never really know. But if you are, or if you are a mother of a child that may belong to one of us, just stay out of our lives and keep it to yourself. And I hope that we never hear from you. So, is that bad? Is that a bad taste?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here.
We apologize.
Let's lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I heard about. Hold on. Let's get high, and then I have a story about kids that sell candy.
Oh. All right.
So I have some music queued up right here. This is a part of our show that we call the NHP Smoke Sesh. All right. So everybody out there can pack your bowl, heat up your nail, whatever you got to do, however it is that you're smoking your weed, or unwrap your edible if that is what you're doing. And we're all going to get high together. So you can snap pics after you flick Bix and hashtag them NHP Smoke Sesh so that we can all see the fun, join in on it together, and be one community of high-ass motherfuckers.
Word.
Is that how it goes? Is that the catchphrase? One community of high-ass motherfuckers.
Melon farmers. It's melon farmers.
One community of some high-ass melon farmers.
Yeah. Amen, Abyss. Don't buy your drug from corner salesmen.
Marijuana is now recreationally legal and totally legal in some states. So stop buying weed from shady people. Be an adult.
Regardless of what they tell you, marijuana does grow on trees. It grows 7 times faster than trees. It makes a great paper. It rolls a great joint. It makes a biofuel. Makes itchy t-shirts. Makes cool hippie bracelets. You can burn it. Use it for heat.
That's informative.
Yeah, right. I mean, like, what else do you want with your daily smoke session? You wanna learn a little something.
Yeah,
right?
I could have if I would have kept that beat going, you just would have kept going.
I would have kept going.
There's millions of uses.
I'm the weed factual, attactual, mishaptual.
Oh shit. Uh-oh. Come
Man.
on. Come on.
It's going, bro.
Should I drop a beat or what? Are you gone? It's done. The moment's gone.
Are you ready?
Damn it. Are you ready?
So,
So we do have a doctor on the line right now.
the doctor's in the house.
Actually, I don't believe that he is a doctor. I think he's just the owner of the company PrestoDoctor, and he has doctors that are employed with him. But he's the owner of the doctors. This guy owns doctors, man. That's crazy.
He got his own doctors. I
Yeah.
want my own doctor one day.
So like when he gets sick or anything, he just calls his doctor and he's like, "Hey man, I need some antibiotics."
So,
Figured that was a good time. So we have him on the line right now, but before we go to him, I have a story to tell about children selling candy bars. All right. I don't know if anybody has seen these children around. You know the ones I'm talking about? They sell candy bars for $3 a pop, and it's like to keep kids off drugs, right?
yeah.
Well, I read this article all about how it's like a crazy scam, how people will buy the candy bars at wholesale and pay like 30 cents a piece for the candy bars, and then they'll get the kids, and it's usually like, you know, nieces and nephews or fucking like people will provide kids to work like for these people, and they'll give them the candy bars, they'll drive them like an hour away and drop them off in a town that they're not familiar with, and it'll be an older kid and a younger kid, and they'll walk around and they'll sell candy bars for $3 a piece to keep kids off drugs. But the foundation that they're working for doesn't exist. None of the money goes to keep kids off drugs at all, and the money just goes back to the uncle or the guy who's running this like little ring. And apparently you could buy these candy bars all over the place, like at swap meets and shit. You could just buy boxes of these candy bars. And so I read this article randomly, and then you're shaking your head. Do you not believe me? You don't think this is real?
No, I believe you.
Because I read this whole thing about it, and it was talking about how it's like child labor and how they're like making these kids do it and all this shit, and how the only way that you can stop it is to stop buying the candy bars, because as long as people are buying candy bars, then there's going to be a market for it, and they're going to keep sending the kids to sell the shit. So I see the kids yesterday, right? The kids are fucking out in front of the store.
Yeah.
These two kids selling candy bars. And the little girl is all like, do you want to buy a candy bar for $3? And then I was like, no, not today. And I was like, what are they for? I was like, what's the money going to? And she's like, to keep kids off of drugs, kids like me. And then I was like, how are you keeping kids off drugs? Like, what is it, like a foundation or something? And then she was like, and then the older kid was like, it's Frim Cross. And I was like, what? And he was like, Frim Cross. And I was like, Frim Cross? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, all right. And then I didn't understand what the fuck he said at all. And he just kind of jumped in and was all like, yeah, man, don't worry about it. It's Frim Cross. And then and then I was like, where are you from? And then she was all like, Santa Maria. If we don't sell all of our candy bars, we're screwed. And it's like, why are you screwed? If it's a charity, you know what I mean? And then like I looked at the candy bar and it had like fucking like the foundation thing on it with all the like kids and t-shirts and shit. And it was the same thing, like the same foundation from the article that I was reading that day about how that foundation doesn't exist and how these people are just flipping candy bars and making all kinds of money. So my thing is now I am looking for people that have children that are not in school or that have nothing going on right now and want to make 40 cents a candy bar. So get at me.
Cool story, bro.
It's a crazy thing, man.
It is. I mean, like,
why are you laughing at these children? It's unfortunate.
Because
just because they're not being forced to have sex, it's not bad or what? They're still being forced to do shit and work for someone else, you know?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're going to stay out of it?
Maybe it's what do you know? You know what I'm saying? What do I know? I don't know. Maybe it's for fucking okay. How are you gonna say what kids, right? How are you gonna know which kids to not buy the candy from? There's so many of them. There's like,
well, I know, but there's legit ways to do it. You know what I mean? For one, if
a lot of them do it for school, a lot of them do it for fucking sports, a lot of them do it for fucking Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, a lot of them do it for fucking. There's a million things kids sell candy for. So how are you supposed to know which one's which?
Legit kids that are selling candy will not be unaccompanied by an adult. That's day one shit. Because of how the world is today, they don't send kids door to door anymore, like to sell candy like they used to when we were kids. You know what I mean? They would give you a box of shit and they'd be like, sell this. And then we would eat it and we would end up owing $30. I remember that.
Maybe the adults right around the corner or something. I don't know.
And also, when that does happen with schools and like churches and shit, it's not continuously like a job for months and months on end. It's like a 2-week affair. So you don't see these kids every day. I'll see the same kids every day for fucking months. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm with you, Booyah. I think that's a horrible thing to make these kids work against their will.
Are you fucking reading this off a card?
You know?
Jesus Christ.
Check it out. We live in a world where horrible things happen every day. You know what I mean? And the world I want to live in is one where we could just go on the internet and make everything convenient for us, right?
Yeah, why can't I buy a candy bar on the internet?
Right. I want to go online where people don't know what I'm doing, where I could be completely private and convenient. Let's say I have some type of disability and I can't really leave the house very easily. Let's say I'm blind and my seeing eye dog's asleep.
Is that the disability, or is this a different
whatever.
scenario?
I'm just saying different scenarios. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's say my lazy seeing eye dog won't get up and I can't fucking walk to the store to go get a bag of weed, right? I'm like, you know, or to meet the fucking shady guy that always takes my money and gives me oregano because he knows I'm blind and I can't see when I'm smoking.
Yep, I hate that.
I mean, like, I wish there was a way that I could just go online and be able to blindly find a doctor.
Well, hey, you know what? I actually know of a place where you can get that done.
No way.
Yeah. There is a place like that. It's a website. It's a .com website, an actual website.
Are the keys in Braille?
They are, absolutely.
Okay.
And believe it or not, they are our brand new sponsor. It's PrestoDoctor.com. PrestoDoctor is a place where you can go and not anonymously, but I mean, you have to give them identification and shit, but you can do it from the safety of your own home. You can get your medical marijuana license and you will get a digital copy immediately as well as a hard copy in the mail after a couple days. So you could, I could be at my house in my underwear and I could go to PrestoDoctor.com. I could voice chat or video chat with a doctor and just have the webcam.
You should probably wear a shirt.
I'm just going to have the webcam show like nipple up. You know what I mean? So that way he doesn't see anything down there. and I'm going to have nipple up webcam action happening, and I'm going to do my consultation with the doctor, get my license immediately, and then I will be able to call a delivery service in my area and get weed delivered to my house in under an hour, and I will have a digital card that I could show them.
Right. Look, all jokes aside, this is an amazing
It's crazy.
thing.
It's crazy that we
live
could do
in the
that.
future. You know what I'm saying? Like every day we talk about this, and this is just another fact that proves it, right? It's 2016. It's about fucking time. We shouldn't have to go to some fucking office to get a weed card. It's ridiculous. I mean, we're probably not even going to need one for much longer, but just the fact that, you know, this is a service that is available to everybody, they should take advantage of right now. You know what I mean? It's like, go get your card. I mean, take away the criminal aspects. Don't deal with the shady dealers. Be able to go to fucking places that actually test and take care of everything the right way. You know what I mean? Make sure that your weed is healthy for you and it doesn't have pesticides and like all the other things that maybe your neighbor might be growing in the backyard, or like, you know what I mean? And it takes away like all the doubts and all the shadiness about everything, and it brings it into like more of like how you would get things from a doctor, you know? Like, this is a real thing. We're trying to help people that need the help, and this is how you do it. You know what I mean? Not everybody can get out there and do these type of things, so this service is there for you. This service is there, like, you know, you don't want people to see you in line at the weed club or, you know, at the weed doctor or whatever. You don't want people suspicious of why you're going to a doctor or whatever. You know, that your anonymity is safe. You know, everything is there for you.
Yeah.
So this is actually a cool time that we're living in, and I'm glad that we found this.
And then, you know, if you have something going on with you medically, and if someone that you know, or, you know, a doctor like your regular physician tells you, you know, maybe you should go and try to get prescribed weed, this might help you, you should give it a shot, then, you know, if you're not used to the world and the culture and all that, and you're coming from the outside, I'm thinking of like, say, if like my aunt had like some sort of like cancer, and they removed some shit and they were like, you're good, but you should probably get like some CBD oil, it's like known to help, you can get it like at this medical dispensary, and she had to get her card. Then you know, there was there was a whole point that I was gonna get at about,
she would just feel more comfortable doing it from the privacy of her own home than having to go somewhere and be embarrassed and, like, you know what I mean, not unsure or whatever about the scenario. You know, it adds a better element for everybody.
That's what it was, because you don't know how, like, the legalities of it. When you're going into a place like that for the first time, you're nervous and you don't know what to expect. You don't know what the doctor's going to be like.
Right.
You don't know any of these things.
There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it takes all of that out of it, and you just get to do it from your house. And it's a crazy time we live in, because a lot of times when you go and get your card and you go and talk to a nurse or some receptionist in the front, and they'll bring you into the back to go see the doctor, and you sit in front of a webcam anyway and talk to a doctor that's not there. So you might as well just cut all the middlemen out and do it yourself. So we were wondering about, you know, the credibility of this company. Anybody can pretty much make a website and say, send me some money and I'll do this for you. You know what I mean? But we talked to the owner of the company. We, you know, checked out some testimonials from some people, looked at some reviews here and there, and they, the owner, Kyle, said that he would join us and that we could ask him whatever we wanted about the company. So we're going to do that and get into it and kind of see what they're all about, and hopefully learn a little bit more about PrestoDoctor. So you want to do that, right, Meow?
I think we need to smoke one more time real quick.
You know what? I think that is a grand idea. Let's see. I got a little something here that I could cue up. I don't know if you've ever heard this track before. It's a classic, and it's something that just makes me think, you know, I want to get high. I want to smoke some weed. So here it is.
Amen to this. both ways before crossing the street.
Don't get AIDS. If you have to get any form of AIDS, get HIV. Don't get HIV either.
Don't smoke your cigarette backwards.
If you see a child on the side of the road unattended, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
You don't want to look like a child molester or abductor. They'll be fine. Oh, man. That was good. That was a good one. So, I'm glad that Kyle from PrestoDoctor cannot hear any of our stuff right now, because I don't know how happy he is that he's signed on with, a bunch of
stoners.
That joke about baby. What did I say?
I don't know.
Who cares? Matter. Who cares? It doesn't matter. You're right. All right. Let's see if Kyle's still with us. Let's see. Make sure Kyle's not dead. Let's see if Kyle's still with us. Why did I say it like that?
All right. Let's do it.
Let's do it. And we have Kyle on the line from PrestoDoctor. Kyle, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great.
Well, nice.
The doctor is in the house.
The doctor is in.
We appreciate you taking the time to do this interview with us. We just got you on board for a sponsorship for the show. Thank you very much. We appreciate the help. And
no problem.
You, I stumbled across your site online, and what you do is you offer, well, I'll let you explain it. What do you provide for people?
Yeah, so we provide the easiest and most convenient way to get your cannabis card. Instead of the traditional process of going to a cannabis clinic, you have to find one, schedule an appointment, fill out a bunch of paperwork, wait in line, etc. Now you can do it all from home. You can do it on your computer or on your phone. So you just sign up at our website. You can schedule an appointment. We have same-day appointments available, or you can schedule in advance, pick something that works for your schedule, hop on a quick video chat with the doctor, just like what we're doing right here. You just chat with the doctor, and then we send you that copy of the recommendation right away. So it couldn't be any easier.
Yeah.
Most
awesome.
Definitely. That is probably the most convenient way ever you can do it. But also, I like the anonymity of it, because it allows people to keep their business private. They don't have to go out in public somewhere. They don't have to worry about somebody seeing them going into some doctor's office for something, you know what I mean? And it doesn't have to raise suspicion from anybody. They just get to be private and do their thing. So that's pretty awesome and commendable. What gave you guys the idea to jump into the internet?
Yeah, so this was it was probably about a little over a year ago that we started working on this, and it was really, I've been getting my cannabis recommendation for years, and going into these just sketchy, shady doctor office. Yeah. You have to go into the bad part of town. Yeah. You have to just hang out in this waiting room with all these weird people, and it smells funny in the doctor's office, and it's just not a good experience at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was thinking, right, this is not a place that, if I wanted my parents, or I wanted to bring my grandma in to get a cannabis card, I wouldn't be comfortable taking her to these traditional cannabis clinics, and I wanted a more professional, seamless and easy experience, and so there wasn't anything out there at the time, and that's why we started PrestoDoctor, just to make it easy, safe, private, and just like a nice experience, right? Something that you enjoy and you tell your friends about, not something you're trying to hide from people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most definitely. I think it's very cool.
And like you said about like elderly people or people that are disabled, and maybe it's harder to get in and out of the house, and they need to renew their registration or get something like that done. It's a lot easier to do it online. Plus, most of these places that you go to go get your registration, you end up talking to a doctor on webcam anyway. They put you in a room with a webcam, and there's no doctor there. So you might as well, we're in a time, it's 2016, where everything can be done immediately from your phone. You can order something from Amazon and get it droned to your house.
Definitely.
So I think that I think that your business is definitely perfect for the time. It's cutting edge, and you're providing a good service for people. So we're definitely happy to be on board with you. So how long have you been involved in the marijuana industry? Is it just this business that you have, or have you had other ventures in the past?
Yeah, so this is the first business that I've started in the industry. Before this, I was kind of working on a delivery company, much like all the other ones that you see, where you got an app on your phone, you can order delivery from all the different dispensaries around you.
Yeah.
That space started to get a little bit competitive, it's not exactly where I wanted to be, with the prices driving down and low margin, and it's a really cutthroat market right now, and instead I saw the opportunity for the doctor service and a service that could really provide value to a lot of people all over California, it's been amazing the results that we've seen and the people coming to us and their stories that they're telling us. Instead of driving 2 hours, there's rural parts of California, you got to drive 2 hours to your closest doctor. And so a 4-hour round trip, but instead they can just do it all at home. They do it on their phone, and then they get their card, same day, and it's really life changing for a lot of these people and the customers. They're raving about it to everybody. This is the business where I want to be. Being able to help people rather than kind of the delivery, just shooting for the super low margins and trying to stay alive.
That's what it's supposed to be about anyways, right? It's supposed to be about helping everybody. And I'm sure, like, looking from an outsider's point of view, looking in, everybody's question is like, well, how safe is it? People want to know, like, how many doctors is there, and like how reputable is it? How safe is it in private? And you said you've been doing it for a year now, right? So like the gist of it is like people want to know, like, like I said, like how many doctors, how many how many visits do you have a lot? You know what I mean? Like success stories. Where can they see like the people that testimonials or whatever? And you know what I mean? What kind of stuff can you give them?
Yeah. So we started with just a couple doctors, and we actually started with just one doctor that was local. So we're based up in San Francisco,
nice.
And we started with one doctor that was local here. Unfortunately, she was really busy because she also runs a cannabis clinic here in town as well. So so that one, after that, we kind of realized that we needed more doctors and more availability. So now, we have on average about 5 doctors that are working all across the state, and they're working different hours throughout the day. So generally we have appointments available weekdays 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Nice.
So so most people can find something available in their schedule during those hours. The weekend's a little bit shorter and a little bit more variable depending on what the doctor has available. And we're also we're adding a couple more doctors pretty soon in the next few weeks, just to kind of keep up with the demand and keep up with the traffic.
So when somebody signs up with you guys, like, is that how more information becomes available than just what's on your site?
Yeah. So we have the site basically gives you the general overview. Once you and we do have reviews now on the site too. That's like it's a new thing we just started adding on there. We've got almost 200 reviews, and that's only been up in I think about 2 days now.
Wow.
So and you can see it's all 5 stars. Everybody's loving it. We don't get any bad reviews. So the a lot of people, they're a little bit wary about it at the beginning. Like, is this a real service? Is this legitimate? I don't know if I can trust you guys because it's all online.
Right.
But now we got that those are all 100% real customer testimonials of people that have used the service, and they're vouching for it. The people our customers are amazing, and everybody's got good things to say about it.
I mean, word of mouth is a powerful thing, and people do talk. That's why I was asking, like, where can people see or interact with other people that, that's all.
And you also have some social media pages as well, right? Like Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that.
Yep. We got the Facebook, Twitter. We had a pretty good Instagram going with 10,000 followers, but that one got blocked by Instagram.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Instagram's picky with their stuff.
Yeah. Once you get a little too popular, then they start cracking down. So we're starting over from zero on Instagram again, but we'll get back there.
Nice.
And yeah, it's a work in progress.
All right, great. Well, we're definitely glad to be working with you, and I'm glad that we can grow together. It seems like we're both new kind of companies in the marijuana community, and it's good to team up and join forces and kind of help each other out. So I'm glad that we linked up and that we have this connection going on. So you guys are definitely providing a great service, and we're gonna get some patients over to you. I got one in mind right now that will be getting a card from PrestoDoctor later on today.
All right, we got appointments available. Send them our way.
All right, great. All right. Well, we really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, and we'll be in touch.
Anytime. Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, great.
All right, thanks, Doc.
And there it is.
Another one.
So, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Kyle seemed like a good dude. He seems like he's doing a smart thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, it really is. It's super smart. It is the future for now. And, we tried to ask the same questions that we thought maybe you would want to ask. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure everybody feels like, how legit is it? But how legit is anything, right? Like, I'm sure you have those same type of worries when you order something from Amazon. Oh, is it going to get to my house? What if it doesn't come? Like, everybody has insecurities and fears about things in life. But, I mean, like, if you go on Skype and you talk to a doctor and you get a physician's recommendation, I mean, like, it's no different than any other way to do it. So,
yeah.
I mean, like, it's up to you.
So yeah, there it is. I'm glad that they're on board. So you'll be hearing spiels from us about PrestoDoctor.
We're gonna get one.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm gonna need to get my rec soon, and my girl needs one. So we're gonna get her one through PrestoDoctor.
We're gonna get Jerry one.
And also, another little plug is that you can save $4.20 off your recommendation with the code NHP.
Yeah.
So
how cool is that?
That's pretty fresh. They hooked it up.
420 with NHP. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. It just has a ring to it, right?
Yeah. So I think that I couldn't think of a better company to team up with. I think it goes good with what we're doing. It's like it's along with the theme. It would be different if we signed on with a company that made like croquet mallets, because we have nothing to do with that. So it would be very strange. So I think we did good by procuring this sponsor. And it's going to be good to grow together. So there it is. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We will be back on Thursday with a throwback episode, bitches.
What?
Yeah. So I hope you're excited for that. I know I am. It's been a minute. It's been a week almost since Thursday.
Well, stay vigilant, stay anonymous, stay on the internet.
Are we fucking broadcasting the Batman? What's happening here?
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Peace.
The Natural Habitat Podcast.